just entering Yoyogi Park, which was the site of the 1964 Japanese Olympics, World Olympics village where the athletes stayed. And prior to that, it was housing for the American soldiers, etc., after the war. So yeah, it's got some really beautiful trees lining this entrance avenue, and then we'll see what adventures await beyond that. So as you cross this main access road and into the park, it's beautiful. The tree canopy just closes in around you. It's not quite yet quiet, but it feels like it's going to be. So yes, the tree canopy is beautiful. Unfortunately, they're creating a beautiful new fountain area, which will be lovely. But what it means is that access to the park is slightly limited, and we're not sure what we're going to be able to see. But this wooded area is rather lovely, and we may even catch a glimpse of a squirrel, but who knows. We're heading into the Meiji Jingu Shrine, which is deep in this forested area near the park we were just in. Beautiful timber torii gates. Interestingly, not painted vermilion, but hefty looking timbers with beautiful brass detailing at the top. These are barrels of sake wrapped in straw that have been donated from sake breweries all over Japan in honour of the Emperor Meiji and his Empress, and to their eternal glory and their souls. And these are barrels of Bourgogne wine that were donated from places all around France to be consecrated at this Meiji temple, with the earnest prayer that France and Japan would continue their friendship. We're entering through another torii gate before we get to the main shrine. The beautiful forest around the shrine is made up of 100,000 trees that were donated by people from all around Japan when they first established this shrine in honour of the Emperor and Empress upon their deaths in the early 20th century. The forest is naturalised, and now it's just part of a natural looking forest with many other flowers and plants springing up, as well as being inhabited by lots of native birds and animals. It would be a very peaceful and serene place, and it's a lovely spot in the middle of the city. The detailing in this temple is really simple. It's just a dark dark timber, and then it's been edged or trimmed with the little white pieces. It's really beautiful and quite different to some of the other shrines and temples that we've seen around Japan. This is the main sanctuary area. It's surrounded by all the buildings, and you can see the trees towering above. Little pathways leading off into the forest. Would have been a lovely area for quiet prayer, but now it's full of tourists. We're heading out of the Meiji Jingu Shrine, out through the final torii gate, for us anyway, in this complex, and leaving the beautiful dappled woodland of the area, which has been a pleasant respite against the Tokyo heat. We're heading into the Shinjuku Goyen National Garden, and we're going particularly to the traditional Japanese gardens. Open expanses with the buildings in the background. This would be another lovely spot for some respite, and there's no people around. A Japanese strolling garden is meant to be designed to show beautiful features regardless of the time of year. Obviously, at certain times there are certain things on display, such as chrysanthemums and the sakura blossom, but today we just have the beautiful serenity of a Japanese garden, looking back to the Taiwan Pavilion. From the tiny little delicate fruit up through to the building skyscrapers. That is Japan. We have an example of two little Japanese tea houses nestled into the tree line, surrounded by all these beautiful trees. Little vistas pop into view, such as this one, and this one, and this one. These are the Metropolitan Government buildings that we're hoping to go up into to see the city come alive at night, and then watch a light show on the backside of one of the buildings. So that should be really fun. Beautiful detailing on this building. Again, that's the government building. quite modern Art Deco. We're in the Shinjuku City Park, and again, such a beautiful spot. We're in the centre of the government sort of district, so it's a little bit quieter. But the park is beautifully maintained. Again, they've used the bamboo props to support the trees. A really lovely spot for an evening. On the flight path here too. The planes roaring in above us, and the beautiful gardens down here. We're hoping we're going to see these falls, because we suspect they're going to finish at 6 on the knocker. They're called Niagara Falls, and they may well just cut off at 6 p.m. We're at this Shinto shrine in the centre of the government area, the Shinjuku Park. It's quite quiet. Just a few people around on their way home from work. No buzz of tourists, which is nice. They come in, they bow, they clap 3 times, they stand quietly at one with their surroundings. There's a little red bridge and a little red shrine tucked in here. Little garden area. And as I have since discovered, the straw-covered sake here for dedication to the deity. We're on the top of the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building.
Alter.
Nein, Emil, guck mal.
Emil nicht springt. Wer macht das?
It's pretty impressive. Tokyo is huge. As far as the eye can see, there's buildings and skyscrapers. It's just enormous. That's the parkland we were just walking through down there. Not quite so many skyscrapers out this side of the city, but it still goes as far as the eye can see. On a good day you can see Fuji. Today is not that day. Mount Fuji is out there beyond the haze. middle of Shinjuku where we're staying, because there's a big light lantern festival on at one of the other shrines. But in order to go there, we're going to have to be surrounded by hundreds of thousands of people. So we decided we would find this little one in amongst the trees in the city and just take some pictures after dark.
It's a little bit of sweet. I knew. Yeah, I did.
It's nowhere near as beautiful as the Lanterns Festival would have been, but there's also no people here, which has got to be a positive when you're looking at the numbers of people that we have had in all the shrines we've been into. The light's really pretty. It makes for nice shadows. Today's temple is the Sensoji, which is Japan's oldest and most familiar temple. It's actually a Buddhist temple, which is interesting. Everybody's trying to get a picture under that giant lantern and hoping that they'll manage it without too many people around. So there's a bit of a queue. As you come through the gate, you see the temple stretching way in the distance and lined with these booths. So currently not open, but it'll be bustling in the next hour or so. Some beautiful artworks and calligraphy. Lining the walk down to the shrine itself. The Sensoji temple has been used by both common and imperial and shogun for hundreds of years. This temple, like most of the other temples we've seen, is immaculately presented, and they've kept the birds from hovering around. But interestingly, this outer area is not shoes off, as we have seen in a few other places. Beyond the apparent peace and serenity of this temple area lies the hustle and bustle of a modern city, with building works going on just next door. The garden is just beautiful though. a Shibaraku statue of a famous kabuki actor, one of the Japanese drama actors. He's got a very scary looking face. But he's not sure from when, but that's the man. Believe it or not, this is an enormous lake, absolutely covered with lilies. Unfortunately, we've missed blooming by that much. You can just see a few starting. But yeah, this lake is enormous and everywhere is covered in lily leaves. You can just maybe see how far it goes, all the way over to that tree line, all the way over to the temple. It's huge. You can see that one lily just there. They're random like that out of this entire space. That's about the ratio at the present moment, but they will be incredible when that all blooms. If you can make out the detail on that seed pod, they're beautiful in their own right. And then that's what the lily will be like. We've had some heavy rain today, so it's been a little bit squashed. But yeah, that's just down in amongst it all. And then the lilies hold the water like these beautiful little upside down umbrellas. You can probably hear this tinkling. It's quite crazy. There's one bloom just there. Just a slightly different angle of the same amazing sight. I doubt you can see much in the way of detail down there, but that little area that you can see moving is alive with black perch. Some of them are huge, and they're all hoping we might toss them a sandwich or two. And a final view looking across the lilies and back to the buildings.